So, hello and welcome to my first tutorial to the workshops. I've seen that a lot of you clicked my first video where I tried to explain to the beta how to claim and how to farm resources on those workshops. And I've seen that I haven't explained much to those workshops because it was early access. I haven't played Fallout before, but now I can give you some pro strats on those workshops that you might find useful. Alright, first you have to clear some enemies out of this area to be able to claim the place. Sometimes enemies are invisible, because you can't claim the place. That happens because this game has still a lot of bugs and stuff like that. Yeah, it happens. You have to change the server, switch the server. So you have to stay in this green circle to claim this place most of the time. Sometimes it does work even... no, okay, basically. Stay in the green circle. It says that it could lead to some PvP, and if others try to get your place, you'll see what happens. I will explain that later. First we're gonna see what we can produce here. So if you take a look on the map, you see what this place gives you on supplies. This one is very useful because it has junk, some aluminum and food. Of course always water and food, but this one is special because it has one of those stations that need like, check that, 40 of the power supply, and it produces food. You can change the kind of food you can produce. Okay, first you have to supply it. Okay. If you've done the Poseidon quest, you should be able to connect it with these stations here in order to get some power. But unfortunately, those work only on specific places like the house on sea. You always have the power supply. You can use that. It doesn't work for other places for some reason. So we go to generators and place a few big ones. You get the generators from doing the nuclear power station quests. Activate the nuclear power plant stations. You get the small one, the big one, the medium one, the big one. Finally the fusion and the other one. You just connected this one. Doesn't matter how you connect them as long as they are connected. So it really doesn't matter. Oh, this one already works. Alright. So now you can switch to food. Lamb can make cheese, pencil, and I prefer the Salisbury steak because it gives you 20% food. But actually this one is lighter, gives you 10% but weighs less. Go with the steak. I love steak. When you climb these places, you always have some enemy waves. You deal 2 to 4 waves on the workstations. You have to defend them. And on this place, usually the enemy spawns here or over there. Yeah, we got 1 minute left, so I'm just gonna play some turrets. I haven't skilled any intelligence with this character, so kinda hard to produce some defense. But if you have some perk cards on technician or anything like that, you should get better turrets and blueprints from questing. See, you need a lot of perks to produce laser tower or shotgun tower. A lot of traps, but a lot of turrets, but need the blueprints and the skill to build them. And always you see on the right side your resources, you need to build them. As long as they're green, you're using the supplies from this workstation. As soon as they get gray, you're using your own. So this is going out of your own inventory. Always make sure that's green. Get them over time, you get more resources for this place, so you just have to wait for more resources to be produced. I don't know. Just get them. These are the resources. The extractors you can build on the stations. This one is chunk, that's very useful because it gives you all kind of stuff, aluminum, springs and stuff like that. Very useful. I would always recommend searching a place to get one of those. So yes. Another important trick to use is you can go in the building menu, go to the what is it called, modification mode, and then press E or F. You see that, and you can make a lock on this, so nobody else can steal something from your place. It's very useful. Seems like the enemy spawned inside. Oh yeah. Some enemy waves are harder to defeat than others. Depends on the workstation and the luck. But it's not that hard. As you see, this guy got a bounty next to a workstation. That happens if you steal something. So if somebody put a lock on those extractors and you unlock them, steal it, then you get the bounty for stealing it. Or if you like take any other stuff out of this area from the workstation, which is locked, then you get a bounty as well. If you have teammates and they have a bounty, those turrets will attack them as well. So that's pretty stupid, but I think they will fix it. I don't know. Yes, please shoot it. There are a lot better turrets you can build here, but I only have small turrets. Shotgun turrets are very effective. You have to place at least 2 to get a good defense from melee enemies. You always see how many enemies are still left on the right corner. Quest. Yes, to secure your workstation, there are a lot of techniques to make sure no other players can claim this place. They have to pay more crowns to get your place. To steal the workshop, they have to pay like 70 crowns. So if somebody comes here, he can just go to the station here and climbs it. He will get attacked by all your turrets. So if you place turrets right here, he will get shot. He has to stay in the green zone here. And he will get shot from the turrets, but he won't get a bounty. As long as he does not destroy anything that does not belong to him, he won't get any bounty. So you gotta make sure either you're placing a lot of turrets here, defend it, or you're placing, it doesn't work for this place though, you're placing some of, those walls. You place those walls around the workshop, even if they destroy it, it's a bug I guess. Even if you destroy those walls, it doesn't work here, because it's in this room. Even if you destroy those walls, they can't get through those walls, so they can't claim this place as long as they don't activate it here. So if you build those walls and they destroy the walls, they get a bounty and they can't phase through the walls because it's a glitch. I think they'll fix it, but they can't go through it. Another technique is very good for those power plant stations because they always like spawn next to a fence. Because those stations always next to a fence, and you can just build those walls around there. Nobody can climb this place. It's very useful. Also place some floors and some walls to work as well. Not for this particular place here. So you just place the walls like that around the station, place some walls, and you're good to go. Because anyone who will destroy the walls will get a bounty and you can kill them. So you've got nothing to worry. I don't know what's wrong with these enemies here. Sometimes they get stuck on some little places, and that's very annoying. And this game has a lot of unfixed bugs. My first character got stuck in the power armor, so I have to grind another one. And this one is not for crafting. Yeah, you can always look it up on the map. Kind of resources those have. Like this one is very useful. It has 3 of the chunk extractors, so you can get a lot of springs and screws, steel, aluminum, everything. Those chunk extractors are very useful. I can recommend them. If you need any other resources, resource like black titanium, for example. This one is not marked for me now, but here is a workstation that provides black titanium extractor. So that's very useful if you haven't got the Badger power armor yet. You can farm like 36 black titanium here and then produce your armor. Also one interesting is right here. That one produces 1 alloy, any kind of alloy like ultracit, black titanium, and all kind of other stuff. Another useful location for farming ultracit alloy is this cave. You get like 50 to 60 alloy of ultracit if you need it. Yeah, you get always make sure to defend your place. Okay, I can't attack it. Okay, there we go. And this game has a lot of bugs still. Kind of sad, but still a lot of fun. Yeah, the last enemies always get marked on the map, so if you can't find them, just look at the map and you'll be able to find them. I don't know why this guy is not moving, but yeah. Just follow them. As soon as you've completed it, get some blueprints. Those blueprints are only for decoration. You never get a useful blueprint here. It's only decoration, like you'll see in a second. And of course some water, some mats, stuff like that. Yeah. Is there anything else to say? If you leave your place and the quest started to defend it, you don't usually have to defend it. We will get another quest that says you have to get it back from some enemies, some ads, but it's easy to get them and they will produce it anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you defend it. Like I said, 2 to 4 waves of enemies spawning here. So they spawn each hour, so there's 1 real life hour spent, next wave spawns in 1 hour. Yeah. I think that's all. You can always look up how much they produce, like this one produces 25 per hour, 25 food per hour. I think this is real life time, so Gotta make sure that nobody steals your stuff. You can also lock this one. Just go on the modification mode, press F, go down, and it's locked. Just press enter, and it's locked. The budget you see on the right corner, it stays for any kind of stuff. So if you go and replace something that is stored here, it also counts as your budget. So you gotta make sure that you don't have too much stuff lying around in those fields. As soon as you're full with your budget, you can't place anything anymore. You can always get some blueprints out of those workstations as well. If you go in the modification mode, you can find some stuff like the chairs there and just shred them, or you can make a blueprint out of them to get new blueprints you might not have. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.